Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days
when I was just a little nigga, I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it. So when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could mac a baby hood rat. Y'all remember me?
What's going on, my people? You see the gameplay in the background, so you know what time it is. Today I'm going to tell y'all the story about the time I almost died. Now, a lot of y'all know that I talk a lot of shit about DC as a whole, but I'm never really specific about what happens in DC. If you vacation in DC, I suggest you, I implore you to stay your ass up northwest, on Pennsylvania Avenue. 9 times out of 10, when people come to DC on vacation, they usually come to see the White House, they usually come to see the Capitol or the Monument. You ain't never been to DC unless you've been to Southeast or Southwest. At this point, Southwest doesn't even matter. Southwest is like a mixture of Canton, New Jersey, or maybe East Cleveland, Ohio. It's bad, it's just not as bad as it used to be. Nothing really happens as frequent as it used to. But Southeast, on the other hand, Southeast is like Chicago. Shit happens in Southeast all the fucking time. People get shot, people get stabbed, people get robbed, people get mugged, cars get stolen, houses get broken into. So fight every other goddamn day. It's just so much shit. Only thing that doesn't happen is schools getting shot up. That shit happens outside the school. Never happens inside the school. Only white people do that shit. Should probably edit that out, but you know it's true. You know I'm right. All I'm saying is if you decide to vacation in DC, never visit Southeast or Southwest, or Northeast for that matter. Northeast is dirty as fuck. If you want to see the good in DC, stay your ass up in Northwest. Stay your ass on Pennsylvania Avenue where all the white people are. Don't go where all the ghetto black people are, because your ass gonna get robbed, and that's real. Let's get on with the story. So, 10 years ago, June 2006, it's almost the 4th of July, and I'm outside with 2 of my cousins, Whoopi and Gizmo. Whoopi's the oldest, and Gizmo is the youngest. I'm right in the middle, but out of all 3 of us, I was the smartest out of the bunch. But, ironically enough, Whoopi was in charge, so he couldn't let us out of his sight, My grandmother is one of those, or was, I should say, because she passed away. But my grandmother was one of those old school, southern types of grandmothers, Stay with your family members. Don't walk off or anything like that, because you'll end up losing the family member. On top of that, you might even lose your life. So don't walk away from each other at all. Stay together. Never have DC friends, because they act a damn fool. They act like they ain't got no goddamn sense. They act like they ain't got a fucking brain. And in this case, Whoopi was the one that acted like he didn't have a fucking brain. We went down to the playground. I'm riding on my bike, looking like an essay. I'm looking Mexican and shit. I already had the long hair. I had the long hair. I'm already light-skinned. And to finish the set, the damn bike's chain popped, so I had to pedal with my feet. So I looked like a fucking Mexican. We went down to the playground. I dropped the bike, and we started playing on the playground. We weren't necessarily playing on the playground. We were more or less just doing project gymnastics. We were not sliding down the slide. We were climbing on that bitch and doing backflips off of it. Same with the monkey bars. We weren't climbing the monkey bars so we can just hang and go 1, 2, 3, 4, rung to rung. No, we climbed on top of that shit and walked from rung to rung, balancing this shit like a tightrope, and then did a backflip off that bitch. That's what we did. About a half an hour later, we take a stroll through the neighborhood we was in. We heard that they was going to be bringing out guns. Now, keep in mind, they were already lighting fireworks. So, you couldn't really tell the difference when they started shooting. They didn't start shooting until like an hour later. But, we heard that they was bringing out guns, and I was scared for my fucking life. So, I pleaded with my cousin, because he was the one that brought it up. I said, guns? He's like, yeah, guns. I'm like, real guns? And I said that shit loud as fuck, too. He's like, yeah, nigga, real guns. Shut the fuck up. And the only reason I said it so loud was because there was a couple of people sitting on the steps in that neighborhood that we was walking through, that part of the neighborhood that we was walking through. And like, since I said it so loud, like they should have took that as a sign. Take your ass in the house, because shit is about to go down. We leave the neighborhood and we go down to the basketball court. These 2 idiots played like 2 or 3 pickup games. I'm just fucking pissed. I'm scared, because I couldn't leave his sight. I was going to leave his ass. I said, I'm about to go to the house. Fuck y'all. He said, no. Grandma said, we got to stay together. So you ain't going nowhere. I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to the house, you know. But I'm riding up and down the street on my bike. Fireworks are still going off. We made our way up to the playground. They're over there doing parkour, you know, project gymnastics. I'm just riding up and down the street on my bike. And then I stop next to the fence. And as I stopped, the fireworks stopped. Just this brief pause for a good 2.5 minutes. And then all of a sudden, the noise started back up again. Only it wasn't fireworks. It was gunshots. But it sounded like fireworks, which had me confused. Because it was lighting fireworks all goddamn day that day. The first shots that rang out was from an AK-47. And I didn't know that it was an AK until I saw my cousin telling me to get the fuck down. I was trying to plead with him saying, nah man, that's fireworks. They've been lighting fireworks all day. They ain't no different. Because I couldn't tell the difference. They sound the same. Except gunshots are a little bit louder. Pistol shots rang out. And when my cousin was telling me to get down, I'm still telling him it's fireworks. And I didn't know it was all real until a bullet hit the fence that I was standing next to. I didn't see it, but I heard it. I got down as fast as I could. I left the bike, got down next to my cousin, next to Gizmo. Whoopi was on the other side. And the gunshots lasted for a good 3.5 minutes. Once it stopped, I said, fuck this. I got up, didn't even bother to grab the bike because I wasn't trying to carry that extra weight on my back. So I got up, left the bike sitting there, and just ran all the way home. Not to my house because my parents weren't home, but I ran all the way back to my cousin's house. Grandmother was standing next to the front door. She was afraid. She was crying. She opened the door for me. She said, where's Whoopi and Gizmo at? I said, they still at the playground. I just left them there. I had no choice. They said they was bringing guns out, and I pleaded with them, I was trying to convince them to bring us back to the house. And I know you said that neither one of us can leave his side because he's in charge, but I had no choice. If shit like that goes down, if you hear about some shit like that, get ready to go down, take your ass home. Don't stay out there and try to watch the shit go down, because that was his intent. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to stay out there and watch the shit go down, which pissed me off. When I told him we need to go home, he said, no, nigga, we gonna stay out here. I'm like, fuck you, I'm going home. He's like, no, you gonna stay out here. Remember what Grandma said? Because what she said was, before we went out there, if one of y'all leave his sight, I'm whooping your ass. Not necessarily an asshole, because she's one of those old school grandmothers. She didn't whoop her ass unless we absolutely deserved it, which wasn't often, you know. Whenever we got in trouble, she more or less just go old school and hit us on the back of the hand with a wooden spoon. That's what she used to do, you know. That's what I grew up on. Some of y'all kids don't know shit about that. You just know about the switches. Not the switches. Y'all know about the belt, you know. The kids these days know about extension cords. That's abuse. But anyway, I made it to the house. Grandmother was crying. She asked me where they were. I said they were still at the playground. 5 minutes later, they come in with the bike, and we all just give my grandmother a hug. She's crying. I'm crying. And Whoopi was acting all hype and shit like that was like the greatest thing he's ever seen. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you so happy? I told you guys, we needed to come back to the house. You know, if you want to see shit like that happen, you can see it in a movie. 100% safe, 100% choreographed. Nothing happens because they don't use real guns in movies. They used to, but after what happened to Bruce Lee's son, they stopped. They used fake guns, you know. They used to shoot blanks, but of course they didn't check the chamber for that last bullet. And Bruce Lee's son got shot during rehearsal. And when I read about that, I was, ooh. Because he's one of my favorite actors, man. The Crow was always one of my favorite movies. Eric Draven is one of my favorite characters. When I found out that he passed away, I'm like, god damn. But aside from that, you can watch shootouts go down in movies and be 100% safe, 100% choreographed. But now his stupid ass wanted to stay out there and watch the shit go down. To be completely honest, I don't even know if he was even a shootout or not. I think they was just shooting just to be shooting, because that's what they do in DC. Either it's a hood beef that's being settled, via death war with guns, or they just shoot just to shoot because they're excited about having a 30 clip or a 100 round gun, a 100 round drum, excuse me, or a fucking banana clip or whatever. You know, they just like they make music about their shit, acting like they live their life. They don't live their fucking life. You know, that's why I complain about it so much. You know, it's annoying. That's the end of the story. The moral of the story is, if you hear that the people in your hood, or whatever hoods you're in, are going to be bringing out guns, take your ass home. Don't stay outside and wait for the shit to happen and it be too late. Luckily, nobody got shot that day. Only one person got hit. And she wasn't even the intended target. I almost got hit. I think Gizmo almost got hit from what he said. But it was this one lady that got hit. As soon as the shit went down, she ran across the street with her baby. She grabbed her baby and ran across the street. She got hit in the leg and fell. Almost fell on top of the baby, but she threw the baby in the air so the baby landed on top of her. Good on her. Instincts. That was smart. Fucked up part about it though is that the police and the ambulance didn't come till like 15-20 minutes later. So, because I didn't hear no sirens until like 7 o'clock, and this shit happened around 6:30. Don't make no goddamn sense. 911 is racist. 911 is fucking racist. You hear about gunshots and it's white people, or if you hear somebody had a heart attack, or you hear somebody's house being burnt down, they'll be there in 0.2 seconds. If it's a white person. Black people, they take their sweet ass time. And they're at 7th District. 7th District. It's like a 5-minute drive. But they took their sweet ass time. It took them almost half an hour to get down there. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this story. I'll see y'all in the next one. I don't know what story I want to tell yet, but we'll see. With that being said, I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. I hope y'all enjoyed. Links to my social media will be in the description down below. Facebook, J-Town Entertainment, Twitter at TheJayHonovi, and Instagram at @JTownENT_official. Alright, links will be in the description down below. With that being said, toodles!
It's in my DNA, cause my pops like to get fucked up the same way. It's in my DNA, cause my moms like to get fucked up the same way. DNA, cause my family.
Bye, have a great time.